Hi guys. How is everybody? Hi Giovanni.
Hi,
How are you?
fine, thanks. You?
I'm very well.
Yes, let me introduce myself. I'm Giovanni, but you can call me Johnny if you want. I'm coming from Italy, and I'm very happy to join your class.
Where in Italy do you live?
I live in the south. Uh, as Italy is shaped like a boot, I live just on the heel of this boot. Boot.
In Puglia then, right?
Yes, yes. I live in Puglia. Yes.
What
Uh,
city?
oh, I live nearby Bari. It's the main city there here, and my region is very famous for tourism and for food, and yeah.
Awesome. Well, I think every region in Italy is famous for some kind of
Yeah,
food.
yeah,
Of
yes, I
course.
think so. I think so.
All right. Well, it's very nice to meet you, Johnny. Glad to have you in
Okay,
class.
it's a real.
You're muted, Johnny.
Yes, I'm here
Oh,
now.
okay. Okay. All
Okay.
right, good. Let's get some introductions from everyone else. Simone, would you like to go next?
Yes, I'm from Italy too.
Ah,
Yeah.
Please, nice to meet you. Yes, I'm in the north of Italy.
where?
I'm in Milan,
Awesome.
Milano.
The
That's
capital
great.
of fashion.
Yeah,
Yes,
yeah.
for fashion. It's not
Awesome.
famous for food. It's one of the few places in Italy not famous for food, but only for fashion and for soccer teams.
Yes,
Awesome.
Milan is our economical capital, you know, and
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
it's very famous for fashion.
Yeah.
Great to have you in class, Simone. Uh,
Sorry,
what?
sorry, I didn't catch.
Great to have you in class.
Thank you very much. My pleasure.
Ricardo, would you like to introduce yourself next?
Hello, teacher. I'm Ricardo from São Paulo, Brazil.
All right. Glad to have you back.
Thank you.
Mario?
Hi, Michaela.
Hi, how are you?
I'm great. And what about you?
I'm doing very well. Happy to be
Yeah.
in class today. It's a good
Yeah.
day for English.
Yeah.
Will you introduce yourself to the class?
Mm-hmm. So I'm Mario. I'm connecting from France. That's it.
All right. Perfect. Alpha, hello.
Dove parlo?
The man who never talk.
Yeah. Would you like to introduce yourself, Alpha? All right. Well, maybe next time then. My name is, for anybody who doesn't know, my name is Michaela. I'm from Phoenix, Arizona. And my cat is going to join class today. Sorry if
Do
she's a
you have
little
an
loud.
Italian origin? Can I ask you if you have an Italian origin?
I
Because Michela
do.
is.
I
You have
do.
your yes. Michela is just an Italian name.
Yeah. My family is from Trieste.
Oh, fantastic, Trieste.
Yeah. It's pretty cool.
Yeah.
Um,
This is why you know Puglia.
this is why I know what?
This is why you know Puglia.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yes.
yeah. You know
Yeah.
Italy very well.
I lived in Italy for a little while and in Brazil, so I know a little bit about those places. But I like to learn about new places and everything all the time, which is why I love Vertling. Okay, so today we're talking about health. Does everybody have the links, the notes in the link? I'm gonna put it. These are the notes. We're looking at the notes first. I'm gonna put them in the chat boxes for us, in case anybody doesn't have them. We're going to read an article today, but first we're going to talk about our health habits and go over some vocabulary. So I'd like to hear from each of you if you think you lead a healthy life and why. You know, do you exercise? Do you eat well? Do you smoke? Do you drink? All that kind of good stuff. I'm going to start. Alpha, would you like to say something this class? We would love to hear from you.
Yes.
Maybe? No? Okay. Then, Johnny, will you go first and tell us if you think you lead a healthy life and what are your healthy and unhealthy habits?
Yes, to be frank, I think that I don't live a healthy life because I'm a chain smoker, and in addition, I can say that I eat a lot of junk food, and I don't practice sport very often. But I can say that I'm the first candidate for a stroke.
Really?
Because yes, because I'm getting fatter and fatter, and I have a nasty mother-in-law, so that so that I'm the first candidate for a stroke or for a heart attack. You know?
I see. Yeah, bad food and stress can be a
Yeah.
difficult combination.
Yes. I think that to live an healthy life is very important for not only for me but for my whole family, because I think that I could be a good example for my daughters, and because we have to learn our
Teach?
children. Yeah,
Teach?
sorry. Teach. We have to teach them about how to lead an healthy life, and we are their main example. That's
Yeah,
it. Yeah,
definitely. All right.
yeah.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Mario, how is your health? Do you lead a healthy life?
I try to have healthy
Do you have any
life.
unhealthy habits?
Yes, before I quit smoking. I was smoking before. I do not smoke anymore, and I'll try to feed myself a good way. In a good way, I try to avoid junk food, for example. I do not go to McDonald's anymore because I can now see how they make things for us, gives
Yeah.
us, they poison us with kind of thing that's not really good for.
Yeah.
And so I quit all junk food. Sometime I can eat good pizza. It's still good hobby. Yeah, sometimes, not always. And I try to make to make some sport activity about
What kind of sports?
jogging.
Oh, okay.
About 2 hours, maybe 3 hours, 2 hours a week for example. And I try now to eat fish about as many as possible, and also I'm trying to follow nature. I think to eat food and vegetable with in the right season, not by just go to the grocery and buy everything. So I try.
All right, that's worth something. You sound like you lead a pretty healthy life. All right, thank you.
Welcome.
Ricardo, how's your health?
It's good, but I like sports. Okay, I play football, I swimming, I like swimming, and I have a table tennis in my house. But I smoke. I think it's very important to what you see on the TV, on the internet, because your mind needs good things too. So I practice something like yoga. Okay.
Mm-hmm. All right, thank you.
Yeah.
And Simone.
Well, I think my life is pretty healthy, but it's healthier than I would. Because the problem is I have a little child, 3 years old, so I love to stay with him at the evening. So I never go out. So no drink, no smoke, not too late to bed. In the morning, wake up early. So it's not my come
Huh?
it's not my value. Okay, it's not my value. It's for my child.
I
Because
see. So before
normally
you
I
had.
yes, because normally I drink alcohol or I smoke only when I go out with friends. But now I almost never go out. So I do some sport. I love swimming. So it's pretty healthy, I think.
Awesome. That's great.
Yeah.
All right. So I think I'll give you some of my habits. I try to be healthy, and I'm a vegetarian. So sometimes it's easy because I eat a lot of vegetables, but sometimes I have cake for dinner. So I don't always succeed in being healthy, but I stay very physically active. And I will admit that it is more difficult to eat well in the United States than other places. When I was in Brazil and Italy, I always cooked my food every day and ate fresh food. But now that I'm back living in Phoenix, it's difficult. It can be difficult because it's so easy to just. I work a lot, so there's not very much time to cook your own food, and it's so easy to just get food that's already made, prepackaged, or go to a restaurant or something like that. And so it's tempting.
Yeah.
All right, so let's move on to the vocabulary. We have some vocabulary words from the article we're going to read. The first word is notably. Notably. Anybody can give us a definition for the word notably?
Significantly.
Yeah, something that's significant or something that should be paid attention to, something, an important fact. Perfect. How about predominantly? Predominantly.
Mainly.
Mm-hmm. So can someone use it in a sentence?
Um, okay. Predominantly. Okay. Mm, the water cover the planet Earth more than the land.
Okay, perfect. Yeah.
Yeah.
So there's more water than. It's a very
Yeah.
fancy word to say that there's more of one thing than another. That there's a majority of water
Yeah.
on the earth rather than land. Perfect.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Welcome.
Empowerment. Empowerment.
Empowerment, I heard that word before. It's like autonomy, like something like this.
Yeah, yeah. So if you look at the word, you've got power in there. So empowerment is when somebody has power or they take power. Like if a person is empowered, it means they're in control. They take control.
Okay.
All right. Maternal. Maternal.
Relative to the mother.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. Something that has to do with mothers or motherhood. Burden. What is a burden?
Mm, it's relating to the work, but I don't remember exactly the meaning. Am I right?
Mm-hmm. Can be related to work, definitely.
Yes.
A charge, kind
A
of charge.
charge. Mm-hmm. Could be a charge. Anybody else want to add to that definition? No. It's like a responsibility, something that weighs on you, something that usually it's something that's difficult and something that can give you some trouble. So
Okay.
I find housework burdening because it's difficult to find time. I don't like to do it, and I have so many other things to do that my burden is housework because it's just a problem for me. It's something that is very difficult to get done.
Hmm.
Tackling, or tackle from the word tackle.
Like in soccer, for example.
It is like in soccer.
Yeah.
If I'm not wrong, it means to face with.
To what? Face with?
Yes, to face with.
Yeah, definitely could be. So we have one literal sense and one figurative sense. The literal sense is more like Mario said in soccer or in many sports when like somebody jumps on, kind of attacks something.
Yeah.
And then the more figurative sense, which Johnny brought up, which is to address a problem, to face a problem, to take care of something,
To fight.
to fight. Exactly. Perfect. Gender norms. Gender norms. What is a gender norm?
Norm in standard, genders, male, would say stereotype. Something
Yeah,
like that.
exactly. A stereotype. What you might expect from, or what society expects from men or women. Spillover effect. Spillover effect. This is an interesting phrase.
Spillover effect.
You guys can split it up. I put it together because that's how it's written in the article. But if you want to take them separately and describe them, that's totally fine too.
Spillover. I can't see what it's mean, but it's difficult to explain. It's like something just you can avoid. It can be avoided. For example, a situation can bring another situation and so on. Is that right? No?
Yeah, exactly. So maybe something that's not intended, but a reaction. So you do something and you have
reaction.
Like an effect, and then there's another effect, an extra something that happens. And that's like a spillover effect. It's something extra. And I think it will be also very clear from the way it's used in the article will be pretty clear.
Is it common to use it in normally?
It's pretty common. It's not something I use every day, but it's pretty common.
Okay.
Appalling.
Appalling means awful, sordid.
Shocking.
Yeah.
Something bad.
Yeah, perfect.
Yeah.
And a blight.
Catastrophe.
Could be, yeah. Could be a catastrophe.
Yeah, it could be, for example, if you go to an hotel, you can find appalling room. Okay, it depends on the standard living on this hotel, for example.
Yeah, for appalling, sure. Okay.
Yeah.
So then let's get into the article. And before reading the article, I'd like to know, do you guys think that men and women's health are treated very differently? Because this article talks about the difference between how society treats men's health and women's health. And I think it's something that I don't think about a lot, but maybe you guys, being men, would think about it more. Because men are more likely to smoke and do dangerous things. Do you guys think, well, we'll read the article and then I'll get opinions.
Okay.
All right, so everybody has the article open?
Yeah.
Yes.
All right, the unsafe sex. Should the world invest more in men's health? There's a picture, and underneath it says, a man smokes a cigarette as he takes a break at a fruit market in Hyderabad, India. Smoking tobacco is 8 times more prevalent among Indian men than women. Okay, so I'm going to ask the first 3 lines. They're not really paragraphs. The first 3 lines. Simone, would you read?
Okay. On average, men aren't as healthy as women. Men don't live as long, and they are more likely to engage in risky behaviors, like smoking and drinking. But in the past decade, global health funding has focused heavily on women.
Awesome. Ricardo, would you read the next 2?
Start with programs, okay?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, programs and policy for men have been notably absent, says Sarah Hawkins from the University of London Institute of Global Health. She and a colleague published a commentary in the Lancet of Friday, calling for more gender equality in global health funding.
All right. Mario, the next 2.
Okay. If you look at the top 10 health problems around the world, they are much more common in men She tells shots, but the current focus is predominantly on women's health. Take, for instance, the United Nations Millennium Development Goals. In 2000, global leaders agreed on 8 ways to improve their lives on the poorest people around the world.
Thank you. Any vocabulary questions so far? Anything you guys haven't understood or want clarified?
She tells shots. What is that? Is this?
Shots is the name of, I think, this news art, like they have different blogs. So this news article is on a blog that I think is called Shots.
Okay. This is not an expression because I...
No, it's not an
Okay.
expression. Okay, anything else?
No, it's clear.
Okay, awesome. Then the next two, Johnny.
Yes, the fifth goal is specifically aimed at maternal health, and all of the other goals touch on essential aspects of women's well-being, and in turn, women's empowerment is critical for achieving the goals. The UN Women's website says there isn't a specific goal targeted at man. Right?
Okay. Perfect, yeah.
Okay.
Did you have a question?
No, it's clear.
Okay. Alpha, would you like to read the next paragraph? No?
Okay.
Yeah?
Can I?
Yes, of course.
Okay, just a second, please. Okay. Oakes agrees that maternal health is important and should be funded. We don't want to see this money diverted away from women's health, she says. But focusing on maternal health means you miss the biggest burdens of disease. Okay?
Awesome, thank you.
Oh.
Mario, will you read the next two?
Okay. Oakes says that when you look at recent data, men lose 3 times more years of healthy living than women because of tobacco, alcohol, and unsafe driving. It's killed to be a man that smokes and drinks, who drives a fast motorbike or fast car, she says. If you were really serious about saving lives, you would spend money tackling unhealthy gender norms that promote these risky behaviors.
All right, thank you. Ricardo, will you read the next two?
Okay, teacher. It's cool that we start with the health.
It starts with health economist Karen Greppin.
Okay, health economist Karen Greppin of New York University agrees that more focus should go to the stopping tobacco and alcohol use, but she doesn't think there should be specific policies for men versus women. If we focus on closing inequality, Wells missed the boat, she said. The goal is to reduce mortality, not to reduce inequalities in the measure of mortality. Gripping, who wasn't involved with the commentary, also doesn't think that the recent focus on women's health is a bad thing.
Thank you. Simone, will you read the next two? Starting with women are politically... Do you see where we are, Simone? Can you hear me? Uh-oh. All right. Simone, we can't hear you, so if you're having trouble, let us know in the chat box. We can try and help you, okay? All right. Mario, would you like to read the next one?
This woman,
Mm-hmm.
yes, women are politically, economically disadvantaged around the world, she tells Shots. There are really important consequences of women's health. They play a large role in taking care of children. When they get sick, there's a spillover effect in the house for the next generation.
Mm-hmm. Thank you. Next, Ricardo.
Okay, teacher. Start with
Greppin thinks.
Prepping thinks that maternal health may have been undervaluable and underfunded in the past. In many places, women still have a high risk of dying during the childbirth, which is completely avoidable, she says. The fact that this is still happening is appalling. Oh my God. It's blind on society that needs to be addressed.
Thank you.
Yes.
Simone, are you still not here? Okay. Alpha, would you like to go? Come on, bud. You can do it.
Come on, Brazilian guy.
All right. Mario, would you finish the article for us?
Okay. With the recent emphasis or emphasize?
Emphasis
on maternal health, she says, the world is making progress on this front. The risk of mother dying during childbirth that declined by nearly half worldwide since 1990. Has that necessarily driven up mortality in men? She asked. Probably not.
Okay. So now that we've read the article, maybe it's a better time to get your opinions on this. Do you guys think that society in general is more concerned with women's health than with men's health? What do you think, Mario?
This is a good question. I don't know. Maybe. I think because man is just man. We just like they say in the article. We just smoke cigarettes and drink beers and
Yeah.
and woman is the way of thinking about woman is, I think it's little different. And yeah, why not? Maybe the society, it's the fact that it's all many of man is leading the world. For example, I don't know, political. There are more. I'd say that there are more than women in that field, and maybe just like this, the society just don't care about men because they can see, yeah.
So, for society, women's health is more important. Like,
Yeah.
On the whole. I guess I could see that. I do think that it's interesting because only women can give birth. So, for future generations, it is pretty important that we have a healthy female population for, to have more people to continue the human species. It is important. Ricardo, what do you think? Do you think that society is more focused on women's health, and do you think that that's right, or do you think that that's something that should be changed?
I think the woman need more attention because 30 or 40 years ago, the woman do not work. Because this is not have a preparation to live in situations, in many situations. Okay.
Mm-hmm. All right. And what do you guys think about the gender norms? Because one thing that I think is a really important theme in this article, and also it's not discussed very much, is that for men, being dangerous is seen as cool. Like to smoke, to drink, to drive fast cars. Um, Society says, like, yeah, that's cool, do that. But if women are to do it, it isn't seen at the same way. So if a woman smokes, people might say, "Oh, what a gross habit. What an unhealthy habit." But if a man smokes and wears it like a cool jacket, everyone's like, "Oh man, that guy is awesome." I think that um, it's unfortunate that men are rewarded for doing dangerous things, and I think that because of stereotypes and gender norms, that that's how society is. Ricardo, do you agree? Do you think that that's true and right
What you
or wrong?
say, what you say is true, but I don't agree because when I saw a woman smoking and driving a fast car, it's not a normal thing. Not very beautiful, but the things change. Okay, one more time, 30 or 40 years ago, women working in home with kids. Okay? And today, they need work like a man, like everybody.
Yeah, I agree. What Mario, what do you think?
Yeah, I'm okay with what Ricardo says because I think it's always for me it's always wonderful to see a woman um, make things incredible things. You know, I for example a pilot woman, and I think this is wonderful, and I think I'm very I don't know how to say that. Admirative? No, I don't know how
You
to say it.
admire? Admire?
Yes, admired a woman that accomplished things, great thing, you know, great. And I think women have it's not like before. They have the chance now to make things the same way like men do.
Mm-hmm.
Can do. Yeah.
All right. Uh, Johnny, I know
Yes,
you
I'm
were
here.
you
Yes,
were
I'm
gone
here.
for a little. What do you think?
Yeah.
Did you finish the article?
No, to be honest, I'm so sorry because
That's
I'm
okay.
I'm babysitting my 3 boys, and and one of them asked me to poop. Sorry. So sorry. No, I didn't catch your question. I didn't read your article. But if you want, you can
I'll
repeat if you
I'll
want.
have Ricardo, would you mind telling him some of the main themes of the article and asking him the questions we just answered, which is about, about the article?
Let me see that. So, teacher, I don't understand. We have a question in this article? No, 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 no.
No, so I would like you because Johnny didn't finish the article with us, so he doesn't know what the article addressed. Would you give us like one or two topics that the article addressed to
Okay,
catch him up, like a summary of the article?
okay. Let me read again. Some words here. Uh, just a moment. When we read the word maternal, but focus on maternal, this question all the time, woman needs more attention. Okay, when the 9 months, food, what's more? Let me see.
Okay, so you're talking about how the article focused on women's health versus men's health, right?
Okay, okay.
Okay. Mario, is there anything you can add to catch Johnny up and explain what happened at the end of the article?
Um, at the end, the mass, the question is like at the beginning, it said that should the world invest more in men's health? And
Mm-hmm.
the article talk about the difference that society treats uh, the way to see the way the man's health compared to um, of the woman, and yes, the argument is that should we I don't know how to say that. It's like the article says, man not really care about his health, about the way he used to live, for example, to
Mm-hmm.
because he don't really pay attention about the all the normal thing that he's used to do, like smoke cigarettes and uh, drive fast in a very fast car and things like this compared to women uh, who the society is more, it's like the society more take care more about women than men
Mm-hmm.
because the woman is uh, can make babies
Okay, my
and no, in
pregnant
men
family.
cannot, for example, and it's like we have to protect our future, for example, by protecting the woman health, and
Mm-hmm.
doesn't matter for men, for the men.
All right. So Giovanni, will you now
Yes,
tell us your opinion?
yes. Talking about the difference between a man and a woman in terms of health, I can say that man have a real attitude to destroy themselves by smoking, by driving at high speed.
Mm-hmm.
Um, uh, in the other hand, I can say that women are very careful towards their health because, in a way, they have to preserve children, and so at home, for example, my mother was recommended me to eat healthy food, do not smoke, do not drink, do not use cocaine. Okay, I was just joking.
Yeah,
So
it's an
no,
important one.
yes, and I think that it's very important, this difference. But I think that the the general health of the human being depends on which part of the world are you living. I mean that in some part of the world, for example, in Africa or in some part of Asia, the role of the woman and is is not um, completely guaranteed by the society. I mean, the man is more important than a woman because the man is the breadwinner, because the man is the strongest person in a family, and the role of a woman, even in a single family, um, is not comparable with the role of a man, even in terms of health.
All right. So do you think that money should be split evenly between men's health and women's health? Or do you think that um, it's okay to stay the way it is, which is more money is for women's health than for men's health?
Uh, I think that money is very important for, but it's not. It's also fundamental. I think that you have to create, you have to shake the opinion in order to have the same, in order to create this a society that is could be fairest than this current one, even for um, for men and health, for men and women in this contest, and it's just a question. It's just a matter of frame of mind, and we have to change this our opinion about towards this kind of problems. That's it.
Mm-hmm. All right. Simone, are you back? No? If you're having mic troubles, tell us in the chat box. Um, we can try to help you. Okay, last thing I have for us is I collected some interesting information because a long time ago, uh, I read about the best country to give birth in, and I think it's interesting because I would expect that the US would rank somewhere high on the list of best countries to give birth in, but it is definitely not. It is definitely not even in the top 20. It's not even close. So
Yeah.
I'm curious. I have the list of the top 20 places, like the best places to give birth, the best places for women's health, essentially. And I'm curious to see which countries you guys think will definitely be in the top 10 or the top 20. So give me your best guesses and then I'll give you the answers. Let's have Ricardo go first. What do you think are countries that would definitely be the best for women's health and giving birth?
I don't believe in this country, but good places is good for everybody. But if I need to say a country, maybe let me see, Alaska. I don't know, maybe Alaska.
All right. So why would you pick Alaska?
Because it's cold. It's
Okay.
very cold and
Yeah.
beautiful. I think it's beautiful too.
It is definitely beautiful, definitely. All right. Anything else? Any other countries
I
you would
can
think?
I can
Yeah.
say that, for example, Nordic countries, I mean Norway, Finland, Sweden, are the best place to give birth in,
And why
and
do you think that? What
because I think because
evidence do you have?
these countries are very famous be, because of their well wealth welfare.
Wealthy.
Sorry,
Oh,
yes,
welfare.
welfare. Yes, welfare. Because in their culture, you pay a lot of taxes, but the government can lead you from from your birthday till your death, and especially in such countries as Norway, the maternity live, for example, living is guaranteed more than other civil countries, for example, as Italy, for example, and you can find there the good environment for children to grow up to
Mm-hmm.
grow up, and it's extremely easier to to uh, to bring children up because government supports you in every your expense, and this is not Italy. This is definitely because in Italy we don't have a real family policy, and okay, it's so distant, it's so far from Italy. But I think that, for example, if I guess the first rank of this spatial ranking, I can say that Norway or Finland is the first place.
All
Am I
right.
right? Am I
I'm
right?
gonna wait to give you the actual answers. I'd like to hear Mario's opinion. Mario, what countries do you think would be in the top 10 or top 20? Are there any countries you think would definitely be a great place for that?
Mm. I don't know, maybe. I don't know really, but uh, I know in France they make the government make some efforts to protect women, to force the employer to pay them to during the maternity leave. This is a good thing, I think. But
Yeah.
yeah, compared to others country, I think France it can be in the top 10 for that. Uh, after can what we can say, mm, I don't really know about others country because I didn't travel a lot, and I don't have. But yes, I think France is it's okay for that because you have yeah, we have a lot of tax. Yes, we pay about 50% uh, taxes, and but we have some. It is good. It is a good contribution because when you, if you, for women can go on maternity leave without lose uh, their job, and if you sick, for example, so you can go to the hospital, and you everything is going to pay by you, a part of the government and the other part of the private insurance, for example, to complete the.
Mm-hmm.
So I think there's a good condition for women to give birth the country, but not in Paris, of course, because I don't like to be in Paris. But I prefer to go to the country. It's quite cool.
All right.
Yeah.
Awesome. Well, thank you. And I will give you the top 10. The top 10 places to give birth and be a mother are Finland, Sweden, Norway, Iceland, Netherlands, Denmark, Spain, Belgium, Germany, and Australia. So those are the top 10.
Okay.
And I definitely think Johnny was pretty correct in saying that it's mostly
Yeah. Yeah.
Northern Europe.
Yeah.
But I think that a lot of Europe has really good maternity leave. And that is also, I think, where the US, I think that's why the US ranks so low because maternity leave can be very difficult to take here. And most of the time, there's not much regulation. So if you tell your employer, like, I'm pregnant and I'm going to need to take 3 months of maternity leave. There are many cases in which you can just be fired. Like,
Yeah.
they just say, oh, okay, we're just going to replace you with someone else, and now you don't have a job, which is really unfortunate. And if you do lose your job, you also lose, in many cases, your health care. So you can't pay for your hospital visits, which can be really, really expensive. Of course, this
Yeah.
is not every woman that experiences this, but it's a situation that is common. It's something that happens, and it's definitely the reason that the US is so low and most European countries are so high on the list, because maternity leave is something that's very accepted there for women, and in some cases I hear even for men, to take some time off to be with their newborn child and stuff, which I think is very progressive and exciting thing. And I wish we could be a little more progressive in the US, but maybe in the next 20, 30 years, I don't know. So, do you guys know of any countries where men can take time off also?
Yeah, in France, yes.
Really?
Yes, in France you can. This is it's really recent for that, but now men can also take a few days they, uh, um, where their wife give birth to a child.
Excellent.
Yeah,
That's great.
yeah.
That's awesome. Johnny, what about Italy?
Yes, to tell completely the truth, for example, I have 3 children, and I can take the paternal leaving for them, but I preferred to my wife as the guardian, as the tutor for my children more, because I think that women have a natural attitude to look after children more than men, and that's why I preferred to that my wife acquired this right in the past. But now, okay, I was thinking about the ranking, and I'm a little bit surprised because of Spain. Because Spain is just like Italy. I mean, are very similar in culture, and I think that we can do. Our society can do more than all the efforts that it is making right now, because there are a lot of work to do, and we have to think about our next generation
Mm-hmm.
more than preserve this current society, because
Mm-hmm.
the children are the future.
True. All right. Thank you guys so much for a lovely class. I thought the conversation and the participation was excellent. And I'm doing another class right now, so if you'd like to join, I would love to have you. And if not, I'll see you in another class soon. Thank you
Okay,
guys.
Thank
Thanks.
you.
Okay,
I
Michaela.
I will
See you
follow
next.
you. I will.
Was
Bye bye.
Bye.